Let's welcome in Sharmila Joshi, Head Equity at Fairwell Securities on the show. Sharmila, hi, afternoon. Firstly, a word on what is it that you're expecting from Infosys and TCS?
Yes, I think I was just hearing the discussion, and it's very interesting to see the way really the stocks have moved post the last numbers, because I think in Infosys there was that obvious disappointment because of the guidance they gave, and you didn't really ever see it go back to the price that it had before that. And TCS in fact was a favorite because of their guidance, and people actually shifted positions here. So I think more than the numbers, I would really look to hear rather what the managements have to say about their business outlook in the US. Because I think that there is some kind of a fear in the market that maybe Infosys would tinker with their guidance and lower it a little, which would mean therefore that you would see pressure on the stock. And with TCS similarly, while in the last quarter they sounded very confident, I think in the past 3 months there have been a couple of statements from the management that have suggested otherwise, that they have seen US markets not working quite the way they expected to. So perhaps then in that case, if you were to hear that from TCS, the disappointment there could be more acute, because people have actually shifted positions to TCS more. So I'd be really worried of both the stocks in terms of going into trade tomorrow, and I'd really take a call even from a longer term perspective post numbers, because there is a good likelihood that they could disappoint, not just I think the way the stocks themselves have moved, but they could affect the mood of the market as well. So yes, I think it's going to be an interesting day tomorrow, considering that both numbers are out on the same day. But in terms of expectations, I think more or less in line with what market is expecting, about 4-5% growth, top line growth for TCS in rupee terms, and similarly flattish kind of growth for Infosys.
What about HDFC? That's stated to report numbers in about an hour from now, Sharmila. We're expecting an 18% growth in profits on a year-on-year basis. Do you think it will be a stable quarter for the market giant?
I think so. I think that they've been pretty consistent in delivering the kind of numbers that, I mean, if you just were to look at the kind of track record that HDFC's got, it's kind of tempered down a little. They used to be in the 20+ range. Now it's come to this 18 kind of range. But to be able to deliver that kind of a number quarter on quarter, especially in trying times like this, I think speaks a lot for the company. So I think I'm not really expecting too much there, and I think that this is a stock that will really participate or do better when all the various businesses that they are in look better, because it's at the end of the day it's a sum of parts kind of a story for HDFC. But I think just on their housing business and the kind of numbers, it will be along expected lines.
So Sharmila, what is it that you're recommending to your clients in terms of a buy or a sell idea at the current juncture?
Yes, I think so. Therefore, what it means is that we have to look at some active momentum mid-cap names, that for sure. And I think at the same time, as a strategy, I think it's a good time to look at banks. So we have a buy on a couple of private sector as well as PSU banks. Allahabad Bank was the latest bank that we have a report on. And I think that in terms of expectations for post-presidential elections, I think power and the related power ancillary business is a very interesting space to look at. So therefore, I would continue to be positive on stocks like a Tata Power or a KEC International or even an REC PSC, given the fact that tariffs are also going up. So, I think that could be an interesting space to be invested in.
Sharmila, what about the auto pack? Would you prefer two-wheelers to four-wheelers in the auto basket?
I think two-wheelers, there's buzz on TVS Motors, but other than that, maybe, I mean, I don't think that really the view has changed too much there. You'll have to kind of take a call depending on where prices are. So perhaps Bajaj Auto more than Hero Motors at this point in time. But in the four-wheeler space, I think the shift would be more from the passenger car space to perhaps a stock like an Escorts, which I like at this price, or an Eicher Motor or an Ashok Leyland. So I think the tilt is more towards that side than really a Maruti or a Mahindra & Mahindra at this point in time.
Sharmila, what have you made of the SEBI nod coming in for MCX SX now, and what it means for names like Financial Technologies as well as MCX? Because news has been doing the rounds for a while. We've seen the stock prices run up ahead of the news today as well. sitting at a pop. How much more headroom can we see in these names?
Yeah, I think there again it's interesting because MCX is actually, as you said, because ever since we've been hearing the news moved about maybe 40% and financial technologies has moved a little lesser. But as per, as the news goes, I think it's good news, because I think if you look at the kind of volumes that MCX is doing currently on, the commodity bit as well as the currency bit, and now they'll be able to offer the equity platform as well. So I think apart from the relief that that you will see, for instance, in financial technologies, which is perhaps battered more in the near term, MCX is in comparison a new listing, so it's probably just, I think, come back to its IPO price kind of a thing. So I think perhaps for financial technologies in days to come, this could mean better things. And as we said, for MCX really the pop has already been about 40%. So it will be a matter of time when they start, people will go back to the old valuations that they were expecting for commodities, as well as that kind of business growth, and then continue to look at the stock from that perspective again. So I think there is definitely an upside for both stocks. Probably they might spend some time in this area, given the fact that we've already seen the stocks run up. But I think personally that there is an upside for both the stocks from these levels.